are going to the third map right now of our ETF2L Nations Cup round 1 game against Finland and Russia. Against Finland and Russia? With Finland against
Are we playing
Russia.
Finland and Russia? Are we going to ulti-duo Finland and Russia?
It's playing against Finland and Russia. It's a fight to see who can survive the Nations Cup.
You mean if... I don't even know. That makes so little sense the more you think about it.
Yeah. So the winner of this is going to be going into the quarterfinals to join Lithuania, so you can get to the semis where they'll probably be meeting Sweden or France.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting.
So judging from the fact that we predicted 6-4 and I think 4-3 for the last map, and we're way off, where do you want to go with Snakewater? Snakewater obviously known for being quite stalematy. I don't think that'll be a problem today.
No. I don't think we're going to have any problems with stalemates, but I think we are going to have some problems with pushing last. And, I think it'll be very back and forth.
Just
I don't
nil
think there's
nil.
going to be any stalemates, but I think teams are going to find it difficult to actually secure rounds. So I'm going to go with a more conservative estimate than last time. I've been shamed by by the scoreline and my prediction before. I'm going to go with a hotly contested 2-1 in favour of Russia.
The ETF2L Nations Cup.
2-1 to the Nations Cup. They both get knocked out, and Permzilla wins.
And Permzilla walks home with all the money and all the medals.
Yeah.
You're going to see Permzilla scout in TF2, literally just covered from head to toe in medals that you can't see anything else. Loaded up. But yeah, I'm going to go 3-2 in favour of Finland.
Oh, wait there a second.
Hold on.
The map pool will contain the following maps: Badlands, Gullywash Process, Viaduct, Granary, Logjam. Why are they playing Snakewater? Says Huey, and Evoke echoes his statement. Why are they playing Snakewater? I just remembered this isn't in the Nations Cup.
Snakewater is not in the map pool. Forsakens come to the stark realisation that it looks like, in fact, if they did play Snakewater, ETF2L Nations Cup would win because they'd both not go through.
I called it. I called it.
Sideshow, ladies and gentlemen, you've just seen Sideshow be correct for the first time in the history of the Sideshow.
I've been waiting so long. So how does the map picking work? I guess one of the teams had, I don't know, I'd agreed on this beforehand or something like that. Settler says, it's probably a mistake with the map pool. It's in the season 18 and 19 map pools. No, Settler,
But you're not playing season 18 or 19, Settler. That's the key difference here. That's like saying, why are we playing Logjam? I'm pretty sure it's not in the ESEA Season 4 map pool.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that we should be playing Metalworks, because that's played in SIVO.
White Glow says we agree to play Snake, but that's not relevant.
Goodness me.
You can agree with someone else to murder someone, but it doesn't make it more legal because everyone agrees.
Right,
so,
I'm going to try and message them.
Yeah, we're going to be we're having technical difficulties with the players' decision-making right now. They are going to change the map. I wonder where we're going to go. I hope we see Viaduct, and that'd be fun, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that not be fun?
I would rather see Logjam. I want to see the first Logjam game that anybody's casted. Has anybody casted a Logjam game yet?
Wait, I wasn't paying attention and I got the logs to work.
Nice one.
Yes! It's even the right log.
It's been so long since we talked about them.
Should we go back? I don't know, should we...
Basically, yeah. Do you know what? If you've got them working, we'll talk about them.
I feel so special.
Now I have to find them again. You run me through it.
Okay, yeah, well basically what we see is, like we talked before, high defs from Himsy, low input really from MSH and Monty, GDK with significantly less damage, I think mainly because he spent so much of his time one-on-oneing.
Oh god, Granary!
Granary. Ooh, it's going to be exciting mid, and
yeah,
then...
no, I actually think that Granary won't be a problem with these two teams.
I don't think any map would be a problem with these two teams.
I'd love to see them play CP Orange.
Or Steel.
Gravel Pit. I'd love to see the defending team try and push on Gravel Pit.
Himsy, we've got to hold. I understand. Oh, I lost a one-on-one. Oh. But I was standing slightly further back in the one-on-one than I normally would. So yeah, we don't see a lot really separating it. Just strong performances from Forsaken and Shadowburn. Salmon sort of keeping toe though. Really impressed with Salmon. I think Salmon's often overlooked sometimes when really he is really one of the best roamers in
Yeah,
the
I
Europe.
really rate him, but a lot of people don't. I don't know why, but I really rate Salmon. I think he's good. I think he's often let down by the teams that he plays with. I think he feels like he has to overcompensate for other players' deficiencies.
What?
The call outs.
Something like calling out a player who I think isn't going to play the game anymore. That's where the call out should be made.
Have you scrolled down the logs a little bit? I'm looking at the people who won the mids compared to the people who actually won the rounds, and they are completely the opposite.
I guess
that
just
went
goes
to the Finnish team, and it was the only round that the Russians managed to pick up, and the rest of the mids were all run by the Russians. Were all won by the Russians, and then Russians all won by the Russians, and then Finland managed to take all of those rounds as well.
Yeah. So are we sticking to the same score predictions, even though the map has changed?
What did we say? I said 3-2.
You said 2-1.
No,
I said 3-2.
Oh, sorry. I'm actually going to change my mind. I think Granary's the kind of map where if they wipe on mids, they're going to be able to take it all the way to the last, and they're not going to have a problem with pushing the last point. And I think the Russians actually have more of an advantage on this map than the Finnish do, just because they love playing it so much. The Russians are always playing Granary. So I'm going to say it's going to be a high-scoring map where the Russians eventually come out on top. So I'm going to say 6-4. I'm going to go with my 6-4 prediction again in favour of the Russians.
I'm going to go 5-4. I want to say Finland. I'm going to say Finland, even though I think it's going to be Russia because of like the soldier advantage on Granary. And I think between Shadowburn and Forsaken, both roamed at quite high levels. They could absolutely tear Finland apart. But then again, Salmon again has potential to cause a lot of trouble on this mid. And if anything, the Scouts playstyle might actually help them on mid. Just sort of go in for it if their soldiers are both playing aggressive as well. And then it'll just come down to a kind of like a really messy DM fight, you know? Everyone goes forward, everyone trades, kind of like Snake Water. And we're going live.
I think that'll happen quite a lot. We'll see some very messy mid fights, which will eventually result in one team wiping, and they'll take a round off the back of that.
I'm going to watch Salmon. I like watching Salmon on Rollout, where he often has some creative things planned. So this is the third map of the ETF2L Nations Cup Sixes knockout game. It's the third map between Russia.
Jumps in,
oh wow!
With an incredibly fast rollout, and
I watched the wrong roamer.
The rest of the team even get to mid. Yeah, you did watch the wrong roamer there, and they've completely locked the Finnish team out before they've even got to the mid fight. They're just retreating back to yard, but they're not even going to be able to hold yard here if the Russians get aggressive. There's no way they can hold these choke points properly without Setlet, and the Russians are just piling through the left-hand door here.
Yeah, just gone around them. No stickies, no players to deny them. But it's literally bang on equal Ubers.
So he's going for a 1v1. No, he's going for a back cap.
He's 1v1 in the cap. We're going to see the Uber exchange right now, but Setlet's got a big multi to get off. Himsy wins his duel as well. And I don't know where Forsaken is planning to go and where he's planning to lead White Glow, but they are completely surrounded right now.
They're going to get crushed. They have absolutely no backup. Everybody else went behind. White Glow actually got out there and was waiting for.
He was going to get jumped,
but now he's going to get juggled.
Straight in the air, kills himself.
It's his kill vine. He doesn't want to get air shot. He's not been in any frag vids. And Russia have fallen apart here, but Himsy backcap just completely screwed them up. They had no idea what they were doing, how to deal with it.
Yeah, but they have lost both scouts here. Finland, Zappis and Himsy going down. And the spawns start to come in. It's going to be difficult for Finland to sort of contain this Russian aggression. They get Shadowburn, and now GDK's caught out as well. A back cap has started as well, but I think Hox is on his way back. No, he's not even going to go for it. He knows they're outtimed. MSH's cap won't pull off. Meanwhile, Monty goes down trying to get the block. Forsaken goes down trying to get the block. And that back cap is going to start to snowball into a much worse position for them.
Yeah, MSH has taken a 1v1 against Zappis, and now he's taking another 1v1 against Himsy. He does take them both out. That's nice DM by MSH, really.
Yeah, he's going to delay him. Like, Finland still want to go for it because they nearly have you, but they could be in sort of dangerous position here. Could get flanked. Setler's going to take a lot of spam as well. I think Hox is keeping an eagle eye out for that scout behind, but the scouts behind might just buy enough time for the Uber to come in, the Uber to build up even. 50% right now. MSH is still behind. He's going to try and spawn camp the scout again. Surely he's not going to get this one. No, he gets it! 3 HP. Himsy can't find the finishing shot. Eventually Zappis will take him down, but 3 1-on-1s in a row.
That worked.
Like, how did... They must have known, surely.
Oh yeah, they knew that he was behind. They just didn't send anybody back to deal with him or escort their spawners out, which is a silly idea.
Well, look at this right now. Yeah, it's 90% right now on White Glow, and Setler's thinking about jumping in, but it's going to be really close. If they jump for the sniper, Setler's going to get him there. Copyright Warher yeah on that push. They're going to get 2 frags before the Uber's popped off for Russia. Russia are going to get 1 in reply. I'm going to try and walk forward. Setler's just sticky in the spawn. Setler's completely hung out to dry here by his team. His team have left. He will go down. Himsy's down as well. Salmon comes in to try and salvage it by getting the bomb. Hox is on the point, but all he does is buy time for Tomsy to get out. Tomsy will get out, and they will be able to build up an Uber advantage here, but Russia might just get CP2 before that comes into play.
Surely the scouts aren't going to contest it. Yeah, I thought that Himsy and Zappos were going to just run in there and try and take it. It would have been a bad idea. They would have been taken down by GDK. Had stickies up, and he had backup from his scouts as well. Looks like they want to contest this, though. Tomsy's got a 40% advantage, something like that, and the Russians don't have heals yet, but they've got all the position. Finland just back out. In fact, they've gone all the way out. They're nearly back at mid, but they are taking yard now. I don't think they quite know what their Uber's on or what White Glow's is on. White Glow wasn't healing for a while, so they might estimate that White Glow has a little bit more than he should do.
I want to see a scout Uber from Finland. I want to see a scout get involved with an Uber and really chase him down on this Granary point, because it's quite hard for soldiers to really get a lot of forward ground. But Salmon's gone down, and now Himsy's stuck behind as well. Himsy's not going to get out either. Shadowburn's going to snipe him down all the way through that tunnel. And Finland probably can't really go on this Uber advantage anymore. They're just going to have to leave. I
don't know what Salmon and Himsy were doing. Like, they've got a 30%, even 40% Uber advantage. They don't need a pick. They look like they're trying to engineer a pick in Garage, but there's absolutely no need. You've got such an Uber advantage, and you know that they're holding on the second point. You could just take that in there. Like, a demo and a scout Uber, or even 2 scouts, and you just absolutely muller them. What's GDK doing? He's just stood on the point completely still, spraying sprays onto the floor.
I think he's hibernating.
He's preparing himself.
The Russian GDK hibernating here in his cave has
that's what he was waiting for.
Did he have a trap where?
Yeah, he had
Z?
a sticky trap. He had one on the shutter door and he had one somewhere else, I think on the inside of Z, and picked Settler as he came through Z.
Yeah, GDK wants to edge his way out right now. He's going to go out the opposite side of the finished combo. And they actually get forced. There was a scout hiding behind. Was it a soldier? I think Salmon maybe. Salmon and Himsy both going for the play again. Going to get the force out this time. But the players are rushing behind them, and it's going to be difficult for Finland to, again, their flank putting them in a difficult position to make use of their Uber. Shadowburn's going to come in, going to get the force straight away. He's going to get smashed by Hox and Zappos. But look how far the Russians are away. It'll be so difficult to get anything done. Zappos is going to try for it. He gets nice shots on the soldier. Nice from Zappos. He's going for the demo as well. He doesn't have a backup from anyone else, though. I think his soldier just fell back. Defensive play from Hox costing his scout right there. And now GDK is going to rain some big damage down onto the point.
White Glow's got a 35% advantage. I don't know whether he's going to be able to make use of it. Zappos is going to spawn, and they're going to be able to force this surely as they come out and try and push. It looks like they're sending a scout through drop down as well, who's going to drop down and meet Hawks. Nope, he just decides to retreat. Not quite sure who that is. I think it was MSH. Just thinking of making a play, decides not to again. They're going to come out through Z here, completely avoiding stickies.
Salmon's hiding behind for the jump. He's going to go for the force. I think they've spotted him. He's going to line it up. He's going against him. They actually get Ubered by a scout in. Salmon's just going to jump away. Salmon gets completely baited out by, I think, Zappos now, who's still behind. Still delaying them, and now Finland have the Uber advantage. But Russia are already in mid, and Zappos will go down behind. That's 2 down. Tomsy's going to try and hold on to it. Confident play from Tomsy there. Going to surf all the way to the last rocket as Hox finishes off Shadowburn. And now we're going to try and get aggressive. Himsy's already on the Trent. He's going for the demo man. Walks straight into the carpet of stickies. Only 3 HP on GDK, but no one's there to follow up the damage. Here comes Hox now, trying to power his way through with those full buffs. And they do have a 50% advantage still if they want to go on this. I don't know if they'll be able to catch people. Settler's walking into the field of stickies again. He's taking a lot of damage. Gonna have to surf onto the health pack, and the Uber is popped. And again, these Ubers from either team really not getting too much done.
Yeah, I like the juggle there from GDK actually. I thought that the Russians were still way too far in, but the Finnish Uber did absolutely nothing because GDK managed to juggle them around. And now they've got a huge advantage. I think Finland are going to want to sack some players in to try and force it on last. It doesn't look like Russia are too happy about pushing into them with this Uber advantage. But
I think they're just waiting for
Forsaken.
Yeah,
right,
Forsaken had just respawned.
Now they're plugging.
He goes with only 100 health though. He's going to need to get the pop early on him. He's going to try and finish these soldiers if they combo up. But GDK again, Uber push. He finds a way to die every time. Shadowburn's going to get a frag on the flank, and that should probably secure it for now. But once again, this leapfrogging of Ubers has been going on for quite a while right now.
Yeah, but Finland have got some back spawns at the moment, and I don't think they're going to be able to hold this if Russia get really aggressive. No, Russia take too long to try and get into their face, and they're just going to have to try and force it as they come through yard here. The way that Granary's created, it's like two separate areas, the yard and the second point, so if they're good with their force here, then should be able to force them as they come into yard and still be able to hold second with this Uber charge. It's now getting up to 70%, and the Finnish have really waited a little too long.
MSH dropped down. I don't know if he's going to come out. I'm trying to find him.
They do know he's up there, and MSH realises and backs off.
Look how long this has taken.
An Uber v Uber situation. Yeah, Tomsy far too hesitant to get into them, I think, or not just Tomsy, but the entire Finnish team, and that's meant that they've thrown their advantage away.
Yeah, they know about it though. They're just going to work a pick instead, and Shadowburn gets completely caught with his pants down. Zaman's going to try and make his way in, but only makes his way into a few different pipes. Imzy finds a way to die. MSH is going to find a way to die. If you need directions to death, all the scouts, just talk to any of the scouts in this game.
Yeah, Zap is the only one who's managed to stay alive at the moment. He's kind of hiding with the rest of his team, which is a good play.
Oh god.
Hops goes down there, completely separated from Tomsy though. Yeah, that was a really bad miscommunication.
Settler's now trapped in as well. Really.
Settler's going to go down. Only Tomsy surviving from that push, along with Zappis. Is that Zappis who's behind now?
Maybe. Yeah, Zappis is behind him, but he's been spotted out. He's just going to try and go for a cap, but I think the soldier's already waiting for him. Yeah, I think he knows as well. He's going to run into a scout back first. And after all that, sort of even play all the way, and Finland just completely balls up, basically, the Uber exchange. And now Russia want to try and just take it into mids, just on the back of nothing, really. Soldier's going to come in, get onto the medic. White Glow's not going to go down, only goes down to 60. Keeps getting spammed, though, but Finland have backed out. Settler's going to trade for a scout, but that's not really helpful. And it's going to be an equal Uber exchange, but a lot of spam classes down for Finland as they go into this.
Settler down is going to surely prompt the push from Russia. They look like they're coming through this garage area. They're going to meet here in an Uber v Uber situation, but Russia are going to have to flash it around a little bit, maybe? No, GDK's quite nicely got out of this. And he's dodged the soldier that tried to flank him through the sandwich area, but now they're collapsing. The Finnish players getting the kills on White Glow and GDK, only Salmon going down, MSH on really low health as well. But Monty comes in from the side, takes down Zappis, and it looks like Settler's going to go down as well. Tomsy, the only one left alive out of this. Oh, it looked like it was going so well, but Russia managed to pull it out with some nice flanks from the flank.
There must have been about like 7 or 8 deaths on that garage area there, as a soldier tries to go into last to chase down Tomsy, but he gets juggled so hard. Nice from Salmon.
Direct.
Yeah, exactly what they needed. I thought the defense was going to go. The first Capitalist was going to go when he sort of didn't hit the jump. But nice direct, going to keep it even, and it's going to be equal Ubers. But Russia have a chance to be offensive now. I wonder if they're going to go for a suicide sort of from top, like a Shadowbird and MSH maybe. Oh, Shadowbird and Sniper. That's interesting.
I saw him sniping a little bit when I was watching his stream in the PCWs. He's going to meet the counter sniper of Zappis, who stood in the kind of default position for defending. He doesn't really have anybody, I was going to say supporting him as he dies to a sticky trap there. You would really want his supporting person to open up the door. You don't really want your sniper to be doing that. I feel like he was just kind of...
Oh, wow! Just when it seems to be going well for Finland, they find a way to drop 2 people to a sticky trap. Then MSH gets dropped in the Uber, so this Uber exchange is now better for Finland, but the player advantage is still with the Russians. It depends where these next frags go in this next moment. Nice Hawks. Zappis follows up on Hawks' damage. Hawks is going to get some more damage onto him, onto the Demo Man now. He's going to get some damage onto the Scout. Hawks just pumping out damage and checking everywhere. Nice play from Hawk. Shadowburners respawn on Soldier. They will have to be cautious of top. MSH actually catches out Settler as well. Shadowburn's hiding on the pipe. They've not seen him. He's going to drop on the medic. He's going to launch the medic, bob him up in BA. He's going to go behind now. He's going to buy some time. He will go down, but he got the medic pick, and that's going to give White Glow a chance to build up an advantage. And look at the health on these Finnish players. They can't even hold 2, probably.
Some of these players are just angering me so much, the way the Settler's throwing his life away in these pushes, that they're so disconnected. The demo men from both teams actually on this map, Settler doing
Salmon spawn camping.
GDK.
But he messes it up. Yeah, he got the scout down to 60, but he got just round a corner, then Shadowburn spawned as well. Unfortunate, but it does mean they're going to be maybe one down in this push. It was a long spawn, like 18 seconds. Zappis is on sniper to try and delay him.
Zappis is on heavy.
That's what I mean. That's for one. Himsy's going to resist the urge to go for a play for at least 4 seconds until they're 6v6. The Uber comes in, Himsy seems his chance.
Rest in peace, everyone.
Yeah. Zappis gets crushed. Setler's going to get crushed. Nice damage coming out from Forsaken right now. Nice direct onto the medic. Pulling out the shotgun as well. And Russia eventually going to take the first cap in this.
There's still enough time for the 6-4. That was a very slow round, actually. They had quite a lot of problems with, again, just people throwing their lives away on the second point, actually. And then we saw a lot of leapfrogging from second to mid. Who are you watching on this mid?
Shadowburn. I've learned my lesson. It was a long time ago since that first one.
He's going quick as well. He's going quick again. He's taking the health kit on his side. Does the double jump over, and now he's up top. He's going to meet somebody. He's going to steal both the health kits, doing a process mid. But does get taken down by Settler and Himsy combining together. MSH going balls deep across the top, takes down Salmon, but trades as Hawk picks up the credit for that frag. But Finland now streaming across the point with all the better position. Monty desperately trying to delay so that the combo for his team can retreat, and White Glow will get out of this fight.
Yeah, it was weird. I was watching Forsaken, and he kind of posed himself in his own crate, like waiting for one of the Finnish players to make like an aggressive move to try and isolate them. But then the player who made the aggressive move was GDK, who just walked into the whole other team. Went down, and now we're going to see an Uber exchange, but Forsaken gets dropped. White Glow with Miss Uber right now. He's going to Uber Shadowburn in. Shadowburn's going to try and get something done, but he just has to be careful not to get his medic out of them. MSH is going to die. Shadowburn went above for point. Tomley's going to try and hold on to this, and actually Settler gets some nice work off there with no heals. GDK is down to 110 up top, and here they come already. GDK in the air. Surely he's going to go down. Salmon's going to get that one, and Finland with a quick reply. Here we go. Yeah, nice. 1-1.
Yeah, Russia kind of threw that away as soon as White Glow dropped Forsaken. Really unfortunate, but if they'd managed to get the Uber off there, then it could have been a whole different story.
I just want to point out, when I said nice, I am completely neutral and a professional caster. I'm not picking sides. I'm not. It looks like Shadowburn's just going to go at standard pace in this mid, so I'm going to put it on Settler to see what he can do. It's probably going to be very difficult for with how aggressive Shadowburn and Salmon likes to play for either demo on this mid. Settler's not even opting for the health pack, just going to sticky himself in.
Anticipating the fast rollout, I think, from Shadowburn, but it's not coming out this time, and that's going to put Finland in a really bad passive kind of stance to set this mid off. But now he comes forward, streaming across the point, getting out a bit of damage, but tons of frags going out the way.
Really nice mid from Forsaken. Nice. Monty's going to clean out that soldier well. Not a lot Hawks can do, but yeah, watch Forsaken on that mid. He went aggressive pretty early. Really sort of mind games from Shadowburn initially to sort of make Tomsy not even opt for their health pack, feeling it was too big a risk. Then Forsaken jumps in, bashes one of the soldiers on the crate with a rocket, then air shots him, lands onto the demo and hits a nice sort of 180 damage kind of rocket shotgun combo on him before going down. Really opened it up for his team to stream forward off that damage. And now I think I maybe see Salmon thinking about a drop down play.
Yeah, he's going to pop out here, but the entire team knows that he's it's his shadows. It's that horrible shadow bug. And
Would you say he got shadow burned?
Oh, I'm gonna leave. That was incredible.
It looks like we're going to try and go in here as they get the cap. Shadowburn's already leading the way. He jumps all the way behind into the level 3 sentry. Now the engineer's going to isolate Shadowburn, but Shadowburn actually gets the frag. Meanwhile, the rest of his team has won the game while Shadowburn takes his one-on-one with an engineer. But the sentry is still there. Salmon doing some nice work. Nice air pack from GDK. The sentry's done it! White Glow's going to try and edge it. White Glow's going to try and edge the cap. Yes, White Glow. Keeping it cool.
Goodness me. The rest of his team, they're just running balls deep into a sentry. Did it get a 3k or a 4k? That's ridiculous. It's not like they didn't know where it was. I mean, the first guy to die to it was surely told it.
Well, Shadowburn, yeah, Shadowburn jumped right past it, shot 2 rockets at it. I feel like he might have relayed that information. Maybe.
Good lord.
Shadowburn not opting to go quick again, but he's in Settler's head. Yeah, he's in Settler's head. And they've got no position on this mid, but Zappis finds a way to get GDK, then Monty goes down as well.
There from Forsaken.
Forsaken hitting the mid-air every mid. He's now going to do nice work zoning out that scout as well. Shadowburn and Forsaken doing so much work defending their medic right now. Forsaken will eventually go down, but Salmon's in. Salmon's going to get it But running away, but Salmon's on the prow. He's doing the jumps. He's actually going to get pinned off and just have to fall back. Nice covering work from GDK, but really nice work from Forsaken and Shadowburn to allow Whiteglow that opportunity to escape. So much work in that yard area.
Yeah, that was really good, and that just allows Whiteglow to have his Uber charge for less, and that just essentially saves them around. It's really difficult to defend this without that Uber charge.
Yeah, 2-1 to Russia right now, so they can kind of put the brakes on. There's still 12 minutes left, so still plenty of time to see some more rounds. They're checking out for the sniper, and there is no sniper, so they're just going to try and walk in. But actually, just going to send a suicide here, Finland, and Whiteglow drops to Salmon. Didn't quite catch it on the stream, but surely this is just going to queue. The Russians are just going to try and go, but it could just throw the round if they go. Hox is going to catch out Forsaken before he can even get aggressive. Now the Russians can't go. Finland have all the time in the world. I wouldn't be surprised if Himsy comes back on heavy or something. Okay, maybe it would have been surprising if Himsy didn't find a way to die in the next 10 seconds. They're going to Uber him through the left.
Side here. Monkey, is going to get focused down straight away by Settler, and they're just getting tons of damage onto everybody on the left-hand side. They're getting frags either way as the Zappers comes in and meat-shotting people and finishing up those frags, and there's an easy round off the back of Whiteglow. Again, making another mistake, actually. The previous round was lost because Whiteglow dropped Forsaken. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, interesting. I'm going to say put it on Shadowburn, see if he is going to try it. He's not done it for a while, so I think it looks like he's trying it now. As long as he hits his jumps, he wants to do the fast one. Yeah, going off the walls. He's going to try and get that health pack. I don't know how quick he actually is. Probably still quicker than Settler. Is he going to jump straight into the stickies? He's gone top instead. He's now above Settler, but nice Settler with a pipe. Getting a bit of revenge for how often he was embarrassed. Forsaken, they're still pinned back by Finland. Forsaken's going to try and go forward. Catches a pipe. Meanwhile, Zappers is trashing people on the point. Good work from the scouts. Forsaken takes down one, but it's not enough. Whiteglow's going to have to retreat on 50%, and Finland could take this all the way to last, because Whiteglow's not going to have a lot of Uber for a while. A lot of Uber, one Uber.
Whiteglow's going to have 4 Ubers to defend this last point. He's probably going to get it, actually, I think. Finland not streaming forward as quick as they probably could do. Oh no, they are coming now. He's on 70%. This is another 8 seconds.
Whiteglow's not connected. Someone's going to go build with him now, but it's too little too late. Settler's walking in. He's trying to spam down the medic. Whiteglow's taken a lot of damage right now. Down he goes. Settler's doing some nice work as well. But there is still a scout and a soldier alive. Zappers is going to come in from behind, though. Zappers could clean this all up right now. He gets 2. No, he gets 1. The other player, yeah, they died. That's their conclusion.
I don't think that Shadowburn should have gone for that on the midpoint. He knows that he's in Settler's head, and I think they should be working more off the fact that the Dummerman for Finland isn't really in the mid-fight, rather than trying to make solo plays happen.
Rather than like going quick because Settler's not in, they should just take like the middle ground, don't like overcommit.
But he's actually going aggressive again, straight onto Settler. He's gone all the way down though. He just launches so far in and does take down Settler. That was great play from Shadowburn. I was giving him shit there, but he made it work.
Didn't think I would go for it, I missed it. Russia should just be able to clean up a lot of this mid. And 9 minutes left, still plenty of time for it to go either way. But Russia in the ascendancy right now, but Hox and Tomsy safe. The only sort of downside of them being so defensive, if Settler does go down, Hox and Tomsy have just so much room to walk away. Like, it's very unlikely you're going to get a clean wipe off the middle. Yeah. Hox now taking the high ground. They're just setting up for last right now. And we do see Zappis on the sniper. Going to get it on him, see if he can get a defensive shot. Ooh, there we go. Trying to hit the soldier who's trying to make his way in. Can't find it though. And
in and out, just trying to bit some shots out of the other team. But it looks like they're gearing up for a push on the right-hand side here.
I hate watching Sniper when they're in that spot, you know, because of the STV, when you can't actually see over the wall. You can't see if they make the shot. And the scout's going to run in, but Zappis does make the body shot on MSH. I presume MSH was suicided for Sniper. Salmon's going to go for a reverse play. Doesn't get anything though, but yeah, I like that from Salmon. Just exactly, as soon as the pick's gone, they know they're not going to commit to a push, but he might as well go in and go for like the even trade play, see if he can get lucky. And now the Uber's actually pops off, they're coming in.
Caught out completely, and the Uber is going to go. It's going to be a slightly better one for Finland, but they've lost all these players. But GDK picks up Hamzy, which is going to help them out a lot, but the health from the Russians is really bad. Zappis picks up Monty as well, and it picks up another flag onto MSH. They've got no scouts to clean up any damage that they do, and Russia are just retreating with their tails between their legs.
Yeah, Salmon tries to come through top, but all he can get is a trade with Shadowburn. Zappis is going to try and find his way in, but again, just no space really. They're doing a good job of shutting down those doors. We see MSH come back on Sniper, and I won't be surprised if Russia just trying to slow it down for a pick. Saying that GDK is trying to walk in, and Finland are actually quite far back. There's space if someone wants to get in right now.
I think MSH has come back on Sniper, and he's going to be wanting to get a pick on this. But oh, nice counter sniping by Zappis. He knew what was happening. Boom, clicks on the head. MSH down, forehead obliterated.
Yeah, and thanks to Monty dying as well, it's going to cue a push from Finland. GDK is going to get Sam, and GDK is going to get Himsy. Forsaken's going behind with an Uber charge. I don't know if Finland are ready for this. I really don't think they're ready for this. When they jump onto point, the Uber should come in to block it. But there's so much damage going out. Tomsy doesn't. He pops now, but he lost Zappis. Forsaken still juking around. In come the reinforcements, and wow, Russia just completely got Finland to do exactly what they wanted there.
Yeah, I think that was quite poor play by Finland. They sacked in 2 players to kind of equalise it, but then also pushed ahead too far. And Russia just pushing through their weak flank area, take a pick, and then Uber into last with their Uber advantage.
I'm on Shadowburn. It's tied up 3-3, 6 minutes left. Shadowburn's going aggro. He's going top again. Nice. GDK combines with him on the scout. Shadowburn's going to do more denial work, steal the health back and back it up. Seller is absolutely trapped in a corner. Himsy's going to die to a roller. Salmon's just going to kill himself, save Russia the trouble. And Russia have full health, full team up, full cap time. They're only 25% away from full Uber, and they are streaming forward right now. GDK's even jumped in and got the medic. Look where he is! Well. Look at these dukes. He's taken so long. Eventually, he goes down, but they took so long and they used so much ammo on it. MSH is just going to get a pretty easy 2k off it. And all of a sudden, Russia look dominant in this round. They're going to Uber into last. Zappis is trying to dance around, but surely he can't. Nice from Forsaken, just cleaning up all these frags efficiently. And Russia take the lead.
That was perfect by Russia. I think that was like their textbook made of how they want that that strat to play out. Like Shadowburn comes in, connects a nice rocket at the same time as GDK hits a sticky, and then puts a ton of pressure onto the other people at the same time as their scouts shut down the opposing soldiers. It just all worked out to perfection for them. And then GDK bombing into it on Tomsy just was the icing on the cake.
Here goes Shadowburn
as well. He gets a huge rocket onto. Unfortunately not there. He got a nice rocket onto Himsy, but that wasn't going to happen.
But he's still got his team a lot of positions. Zappis is going to take down GDK. They might be able to turn this fight around now, Finland. And Russia are going to retreat. Monty's stuck in. He's on low health. Maybe he's going to go for a play. But he's just trapped right now. Monty's just going to try and delay them. Steal a health pack. Down he goes. But he has bought Forsaken and White Glow plenty of time to get out and get position. Shadowburn's going to get a spawn and probably cover top as well. And now with 4 minutes and 30 seconds left, Finland need a round to tie it up. And it's equal Ubers over CP2.
Yeah, this is the kind of situation where most of the stalemates occur, but that's not going to happen right here, as Hox wants to take the supercharge in and have an Uber v Uber situation, but no, he's just distracting for Salmon as he comes in and forces the Uber. That's going to give Finland such a better Uber, as they have enough to spread it onto Settler and take down Forsaken there.
Yeah, nice awareness from Tomsy. Like Forsaken just tried to like distract and go behind and try and trade with Tomsy, but no, trade with Settler even. But Tomsy was aware, saves his demo man. They get the easy frags, and I think they might even just go in off this player advantage right now. The scout's committed. They're going to try and isolate GDK right now. Soldiers bombing in. GDK will go down. But Shadowburn's come in now. He's counter jump, but Zappis is flanking all the way from the other side. Zappis is going to start the cap as well. White Glow has to block. There's no one else to block. Zappis doesn't have anything to load it to kill him. The scout's going to challenge him now. Salmon's arrived. Shadowburn's arrived. They clean it up. Tomsy's just walked away from the whole thing to save his Uber charge in the meantime.
That didn't quite work out how they would have liked it from Finland. It looks like one of the soldiers is going to attempt a flank here. Shadowburn getting aggressive in the garage area. That's not going to work though. I'm sorry, my voice is all terrible, but I just tried to have a drink just then and then nearly choked and swallowed my own tongue.
Meanwhile, this push has gone all awry for Russia. MSH first gets caught out by the stickies. GDK trades for Settler, but only achieves in baiting out his own life. And now Finland nearly have Uber. They have player advantage already. They don't have a demo man, but neither do Russia. They're walking in. They're trying to open up a point there with this downward spam. But it's not working. They're actually trading a lot of bodies here, and they lose Tomsy. They're not going to get the Uber. Hox is trying to DM. He takes down one. GDK is going to spawn. Settler's going to go for it as Monty cleans up with a pistol. He will not be able to detonate his sticky on time, even though it was beneath him, and GDK is going to try and push. But GDK needs to be careful here, as 3 of the Finnish team players just spawned.
Okay, the health advantage is for the Finns, but they do have 2 players down. They're going to attempt to take this though. GDK goes down, and the scout was on incredibly low HP as well. Forsaken trying to take this in. He does have the heals on him, but goes down to 20 health. He does pick up the frag onto Himsey.
Yeah, Finland going to get all over this point again, but Russia was trying to spam it, but without that demo man, it's really just not enough damage coming out from Forsaken to force Finland to back off a point. I'm just going to have to concede that again. 2 minutes left right now. We were in a similar position in the last map where Finland needed a round to tie it up, and then they just really kind of messed up the push. It's going to be an equal Ubers push again. All Russia need to do is hold on, and they will progress in this ETF2L Nations Cup and face Lithuania in the next round. Standard classes, cookie cutter from both teams, and I think it's going to be a suicide. I think. Oh no, Russia are going to push. Russia try and catch him unawares. They're going to. Hox is going to get the counter pop on him. They're going to get Himsey. Hox can't really chase this, and Russia getting trade Ubers, get out, and get 2 picks out of that. Great play from Russia. But Settlers trying to walk in the other side. GDK is going to have to turn around to draw him back in, and Settlers overextended now. And Zappers is going from top. Zappers is lining up the back cap here. He's going to go for it. I don't know if anyone's seen him. Zappers is on the back cap. No one's seen him. The scouts are coming back, but it's too little too late, and Zappers just steals it from them. Russia do so well, and Zappers just snatches it out from underneath them.
So unfortunate, and now with 1 minute left, surely one of the teams is going to be going balls deep at mid, attempting to turn this into an outright win, but it looks like we might be going to a golden cap, CX.
Yeah, I mean, 47 seconds. If you get a wipe on mid, it's not impossible. Shadowburn's going to try. He's going aggro. He's going to get straight onto that scout, but Himsey's got the meats and takes him down shortly before dying. Forsaken's going to try and go aggressive. Seller was defensive, and Forsaken's capitalizing right now. He's getting a lot of damage onto Hox, but Zappis comes back to save them. Tomsy has not gone down, and actually Tomsy's going to keep fighting this middle. Salmon's in with the scout. Salmon and Zappis trying to focus the players down. Zappis will get the medic. It's a good middle for Finland, but it was drawn out too much, and I don't think they're going to have a chance to cap last. Golden cap in the 3rd map.
It's just perfect. It's like a dream. After, I think they found out what a terrible disaster the beginning of the 1st map was.
I don't know what you're talking about. Salmon's jumped onto last equalizer.
He really wanted to make it happen. But there it is, 4-4. A very even map. Not quite the 6-4 that I was hoping for, but we had a real spread of rounds actually. The first one, and also one in the middle, was quite long and drawn out with a few backward and forward Ubers, and then a few of them, it was a really dominant mid performance which was taken all the way to last. A good game overall. It wasn't as scrappy as the previous one, actually.
It felt almost structured.
Almost.
Let me just get the logs up. So is this, just to clarify for everyone, is this the same rules as ETF2L in terms of golden cap, in that it just goes on?
Yes.
On and on and on.
But doesn't go on.
White glow,
Hopefully.
no time limit really.
They're not used to these new rules.
Snake water not in. That's got to be a mistake. Oh, you guys. I have logs on stream.
Excellent. Let's get these logs.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're looking at the logs. Obviously sorting by damage because that's the only stat that's important to anyone. Forsaken and Hox topping it. Well, Forsaken got 15. How's that for you?
Forsaken got 15 air shots. Sick. What a gamer.
Yeah, but also big damage throughout. Well, not big damage, everyone's damage was quite low compared to previous engagements, but really nice KD, really strong performance. I do want to point out, Tomsy with 5 deaths.
That's impressive. Especially on a map like Granary, where the mid fights are so treacherous.
On a 4-4 as well.
For medics.
Yeah, 9 mids, and he dies 5 times.
That's really good.
Yeah. Trying to keep an eye on the game here, make sure it doesn't go live without us noticing.
It's alright, I'm keeping an eye on the game.
Cool.
I'll tell you if it goes live.
Just want to point out, MSH and Monty just kind of propping up the bottom, really, sort of 16 frags. Actually, saying that, Himsey went 14 for 29. What am I talking about? I've just spotted that. Oh, Himsey. But he is getting slightly more defensive. 1 less death than last map. Let's see if he can get less than 30 deaths in this golden cap.
Yeah, the scout's not quite having the best game. It's not a very scout-friendly map, really. It's all about the soldiers and what they can do.
Especially the way Himsey plays scout, or any of these scouts play scout.
Salmon calling out in chat, ready up or I will call Sunny Black. I got him on speed dial.
And there's the ready up. Let me make sure I go back to the correct picture for this Golden
have
Cap,
them live.
or I believe I'll get many complaints. So, Golden Cap here in the third map of the best of 3 between Russia and Finland in this ETF2L Nations Cup. I'm of course going to watch Shadowburn to middle. Tell me what you see, Sideshow.
I'm just checking to see whether either of the teams are running critical, but they aren't. I thought they might spring it out as a surprise. It looks like GDK is getting really aggressive across this mid-fight. Shadowburn didn't do his standard super aggressive. The Finns are pushing down the left-hand side, but loads of damage coming out onto Setland. He does go down. They're desperately trying to clean up these aggressive players, the Russians. The Russians are on such weak health, though. Whiteglow and GDK on 50 health between them, and a few rockets from Salmon and Hawks clean them up. MSH is going to go down as well, surely, at the end here, and that leaves Tomzy alive with an Uber advantage going into last. This is looking bad for Russia.
Yeah, we talked about the Russian soldiers before we went into this map here, and how, you know, they could prove to be really dominant on mid. But it seems weird when Shadowburn's bomb was so effective, really, like more effective than it wasn't. Like one more mid node lost, and they just opt not to go for it. A really sort of passive decision there from Russia, and they might be regretting it going into this, as they are going to have to defend against a full Uber advantage. Soldiers come in trying to get on Tomzy. Tomzy's not popped, holding on to it on 30 HP, and really brave players. Forsaken goes down, and Tomzy might have just he's given his team a great platform to win this Golden Cap.
He definitely has, yeah. Staying alive, as he has done throughout this game. He's got the Uber charge, and they're coming. Settler bombing in from the left-hand side. The Whiteglow is only on 64% Uber. They're going to be trying to focus him down, making sure he can't get it. But MSH, the aggressive scout for the Russians, does get picked. Along with Monty, there's no scouts for the Russians, so they can't follow up on any damage that's done. GDK and Shadowburn also on really low HP, and Whiteglow goes down, and that's it. The round for Finland, and they take this. And they will be the ones progressing through to the quarterfinals to face Lithuania.
I wonder if Himsy got less than 30 deaths.
In the Golden Cap.
He only got 2, not even most deaths. Wow. You go, Himsy.
That's probably why they won. If Himsy, I can guarantee, if Himsy had got 30 deaths that Golden Cap, they would have lost.
You say that, it was a 1 minute 53 Golden Cap and he found a way to die twice. Still found a way. I'll get those logs up on the stream. There's obviously not. It's basically 1 round of logs. So obviously you see Hawks putting out big damage again. Hawks really impressed me. Like I think last season Rocket, you know, he played in Rocket, and there were sort of a few kind of. He looked a little bit out of place, but he's really showing sort of how good he is and how he can still compete. You know, like with Shadowburn and Forsaken, who've been playing all through last season in Prem.
Yeah, definitely. He certainly wasn't throwing the games away, and I think he defended his medic fairly well, given that Tomzy only had 5 deaths, something like that.
Try and get the logs to work. Not counting on it though, as I've had to swap thing. Overlay.
So I'll give the stream a rundown of who'll be facing who in the quarterfinals. So Russia has just lost out to Finland, so it looks like in the quarterfinals, we are going to have our first pair-up of Finland and Lithuania. What do you think about that one, CX? Lithuania looking like a strong contender, really, like an upcoming team that you wouldn't have really predicted, but
maybe, but
quite strong now.
I feel like their scouts play really aggro, but also really predictably aggro. Like, say about Shadowburn, how like he hit some great shots. You know, he's got some really nice plays, really nice aim, etc. But he's really predictable. Like, I don't think his fast rollout would be as effective against other teams, like more established teams. But I think that's the problem the Lithuanian scouts suffer from, is that they just play really aggressive and go behind. But if your flank just plays tight and passive, maybe your roam even just goes like black box to absorb it, you know. And it's just really difficult for Nighthawk or Starsky to make plays, and I think it's very easy to shut them down. The only real map they'll thrive on is Viaduct, where you can't really shut a flank down because it's so open.
Yeah, I'd love to see Lithuania against Finland with Himsy and Zappis and both of the scouts from Lithuania. That would be a great one. It's also...
if you like death.
Yeah. Denmark and Austria are going to be playing against each other for the honour of taking on England in the quarterfinals. Probably Denmark to take that. There's not really any great players in the Austrian team, are there?
Sorry, say again?
So it's going to be Austria against Denmark, and Denmark is basically...
Lego, right?
Lego, yeah, who have played well, Div 1 last season, but they should have been playing Prem probably, and will probably be playing Prem this season. I'm not sure really what's going on with that team, but
who knows what Prem is going to look like at this point, in all honesty.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, me and Sideshow could be in Prem.
How dare you? I've been in Prem before.
So have I. I played a game and a map.
Did you?
Yeah, I played against Epsilon.
Oh.
Yeah, it lasted all of about
I know what you mean.
17 minutes for 2 maps.
Pretty good, pretty good.
You can't ask for much more. 2 maps, yeah. Anyway, should we round this up then? So
I think we should.
Yeah, so congratulations to Finland. Really impressive performance. Obvious holes in their armour though, so it'll be interesting to watch them up against Lithuania. I'm sure Admirable was sort of endeavouring to cover as much of this as we can, so look out for straw polls on which map we're going to cast when games overlap. Look out for more coverage. Look out for someone else streaming that is not me. Or maybe even I'll be fully prepared. Or maybe I'll just steal someone's computer who can handle it all. Maybe I'll do that. But yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for bearing with us through the technical issues. I've been CommanderX. This has been Sideshow. This has been Team Fortress TV. Thank you for watching.